Hi, my name is Grant Parker, and I'm the pastor of the Epworth United Methodist Church in Phenix City, Alabama, and I'd like to share a word of encouragement with you today. The Apostle Paul writes in his epistle of encouragement, Philippians in chapter 4, that I've learned to be content in whatever state I'm in. I heard a delightful story not long ago about a couple about my age who had gone out to eat, and they sat down to eat at one of their favorite restaurants. It was one of those restaurants that had a meat and 3 vegetables. And after a while, the waitress brought their food to them, and the wife began to eat. Well, when the waitress came back in about 5 minutes, she noticed that the gentleman had not started eating yet. So she asked him, "Well, sir, is there something wrong with your order?" He said, "No, everything's fine, but you could bring me a little more tea if you'd like to." So she did. Well, after a while, the waitress noticed again that the man had not started eating his meal. So she made a comment to the manager about it. The manager then went to check with the man. He said, "Sir, I noticed that you're not eating your meal yet. Is everything okay?" And the man said to the manager, "Oh, everything's just fine." But he said, "At our age, we're on a fixed income, and we can only afford one pair of false teeth. Right now, I'm waiting for my wife to finish eating so we can swap out and then I can eat." They were making the best of their situation. Maybe it wasn't the most perfect of situations, but they were making the best of it. Again, Paul tells us in his letter to the Philippians, I've learned to be content in whatever state I'm in. You see, there's a lot of difference between happiness and contentment. Happiness is what occurs. Happiness is predicated upon things that are constantly changing around us. Things like, for example, our health. Am I in good health? Are my children in good health? Is my income steady? Such things like that are constantly changing. Situations and circumstances all around us are constantly changing. And so often people are not happy. But it's different with contentment. Contentment is not based on the circumstances and situations around us that are constantly changing, but rather contentment is based on a relationship to Jesus Christ. Because Jesus said, "I am the same yesterday and today and forever." No matter what the circumstances, no matter what the situations, Jesus is the same yesterday, today, and forever. And that's why Paul could write from a prison, as a matter of fact, I've learned to be content in whatever state I'm in. This epidemic has given us an opportunity to exercise what Paul wrote to the Philippian church. There are a lot of things that are going on right now that are beyond our control. And frankly, there are things that we don't like so much. One of the people that misses in-person worship at Epworth most of all is me. I don't like the fact that quite yet we can't do in-person worship, but that day is coming. A lot of people don't like that, I'm sure, but that day is coming. On the other hand, there are times that people wanted to go and sit down at their favorite restaurant, but they weren't allowed to do that. And even those that could go to their favorite restaurants now are limited in seating spaces. So you see, this epidemic has given us an opportunity to act out what Paul has told us in the book of Philippians under the power of the Holy Spirit. I've learned to be content in whatever situation, whatever setting I'm in. There'll be some things that happen when we do open up for in-person worship. Worship won't look the same. There's some things that we'll have to do differently. And frankly, some of those things I might not be as happy about, but I've learned to be content because our worship is centered on Christ and Christ alone. So in all of this, just continue to pray, seize the moment, seize those opportunities when you can enjoy maybe a little bit more time at home. Maybe you can enjoy this opportunity to spend time with friends and family. Call and text and write loved ones. Seize the moment because this too shall pass, and when it does, when things come back to some sense of normalcy, we won't have those opportunities. So seize the moment. Learn to be content in whatever state you're in. I hope you have a great day. God bless you. Keep your hand in Jesus' hand and your eyes on the cross.